Dear Susan Wojcicki, thank you for running the arguably healthiest social media platform on earth, at least for non-creators, and the second most used search engine second to Google. I know that you received lots of complaints about demonetization, advertisement ratios, clickbait algorithms, and inaccurate filtering, but this video will cover something that you might not be aware of. As a social media platform, YouTube is one of the most beautiful video archives of entertainment. Some of the world's best moments have been caught on YouTube and have been treasured by billions. As a search engine, YouTube is one of the best places to find tutorials. As a 35-year-old man, I have used YouTube tutorials to remodel houses, work on vehicles, and fix my air conditioner, and countless other things, some of which are more useful than others. As a YouTuber, I've been able to make tutorials that have helped millions. It is incredibly rewarding, and that is all thanks to YouTube. However, during this process, I have learned a few things that I'm not sure you're aware of. The first one is pretty simple, and it has to do with tutorials getting out of date. Changing the oil on a 2010 Dodge Ram will never change, so it makes sense that the video that has been the best for 6 months should stay the best for all time. But in areas of technology, this does not hold true. Rather, often companies will update their software in such a way that it completely changes how you should approach that problem. When this happens, YouTube will often promote the older videos rather than the newer ones that have up-to-date information for a long time before it catches on. I know this personally because I often have my older videos outperform my newer ones for over 6 months, even though they're completely out of date and the new ones are better in every single way. This is particularly frustrating in gaming because sometimes by the time my new video finally beats my old video, it is already out of date. And for those of you who are thinking right now, well, why don't you just delete your old videos? The answer is I have. In fact, when I first hit 100,000 subscribers, I unlisted all of my videos that were out of date, which was over half of them, and my newer videos that were meant to replace them actually did worse because they had less referral views, and it really hurt this channel. So in short, in areas where software updates can change one's approach to fixing a problem, YouTube's algorithms are set up to promote out-of-date tutorials over the newer and better versions. My suggestion to fix this problem is simply to add a version option on tutorial videos. That way, instead of trying to compete with my older videos that are grossly out of date and misleading people, I can just upload a new version. People could still watch the old version if they wanted to, but it would give me the option as the tutorial maker to provide a newer version with up-to-date information. Now, ideally, I'd be able to put update information in here, but it might be easier just to put the upload date. Now, I know that some people will try to exploit this by making a popular video and then trying to change a newer version to something else or even something on a different subject. But there are a lot of ways to avoid that. The first is simply to show the old version of the video and then let them look for newer versions if they are confused by the original video. If enough people click over to watch the newer version, then maybe change what you initially show them. Or you could just do what you do with monetization and eliminate this option for people that have abused it. These obstacles seem trivial in comparison to the opportunity to help billions get the content they are looking for. The second issue with YouTube tutorials is not as severe, but it should still be considered. When areas of entertainment and tutorials mix, it creates quite a few problems with your algorithms because you guys have set it up to where more view time equals a better video. This makes a lot of sense for entertainment and even makes some sense for tutorials. For example, someone watching 5 seconds before they click away is definitely a sign of a bad video. But I think everyone would agree that if all we are wanting was information, if a tutorial was able to give us 100% of what we needed to know in 2 minutes, that would be preferable to an entertaining tutorial that gives us 100% of what we need to know in 30 minutes. But in areas where entertainment and tutorials mix, the entertaining videos usually outrank the tutorial videos when people type in their questions. The players are extremely motivated to figure it out, so they are willing to watch a 30-minute video on how to do something, but they would much rather watch a 2-minute video if they knew that was an option. So like I said in the beginning, this second issue is not nearly as big of a deal as the first one, but I still think it is something that should be considered. I hear a lot of players complain about how they have to watch a really long video to learn how to do something in a game, and it makes me sad because most of the time I know that they don't have to be watching that longer video and that short tutorial that they are wanting actually exists, but YouTube is not promoting it to them. I don't have a great solution for this problem, but one thing that I thought of is that if someone uses a question mark, you could show results using a more tutorial-friendly algorithm. Or what I think would be even better than that is just having an option where they can click that they're looking for a tutorial. So those are the 2 areas that I think need to be fixed in regards to YouTube tutorials. I hope this video reaches you and that you find these potential solutions helpful. Sincerely, Forza.